Oh, hello, and welcome to today's Decay, where we celebrate births and beginnings. Everything important since the dawn of time. And today, March 16th, your old dates are really right. 1902, when Maury Corman was born, who was a Cupid doll artist who also did pin-up burlesque photography here in New York City. We're in Greenwood Cemetery at the moment. It's kind of a red herring, but I mean, pretty good red herring, like communism. Right, so he had two studios, one for like the famous like Salvador Dali he took photos of, but also he had like a side studio where he did all these like occult pin-up photos. New Yorker magazine in like I think 1942 wrote that he was like the name for pin-up photography, and he was so productive that he made something like 470,000 photos over his career, sometimes photographing like Zarita, the burlesque model that like owned a pet snake that you'd walk around and had like Bride of Frankenstein bleached hair. But there's all these like really wonderful photos that he did of these like occult scenes and like devil things that like, where is all this, and why is Maury Corman's name not on the lips and minds of you know, every New Yorker? Oh, because here they're all dead. But yeah, his studios were on like 47th Street and 7th Avenue, and right around there's another one as well. I have to go search them out. I think that's, you know, this is the New York history I love. I just kind of stumbled upon. He did a lot of like Hollywood, like glamour photography. That was the term I was looking for before. A lot of glamour photography, regardless if it was like celebrities or just random celebs walking off the street. He did it all. So right, there was 475,000 photos he took over his career, and of that, only approximately 1,000 still exist today. Like, I don't mean like physical copies. I mean like any reproduction available. Like, that's it. And like, that is such a shame. Just, you know, lost to time. Could he be buried here? I can't rule it out. I don't know. Again, red herring. It's too beautiful today not to be here. 1964 today. We control the vertical. We control the horizontal. We control the mutants. The Outer Limits, the Mutants episode premiered today. You know, iconic imagery, then reused later on by alien sex fiends. Twilight Zone. Outer Limits is fantastic. I grew up with the Twilight Zone was my series, but I came to the Outer Limits later in life. And what's misleading about the Outer Limits is that there's only 2 seasons. So like, they jam all sorts of quality in those 2 seasons, while the Twilight Zone in comparison has like, I don't know, 8 or 9 seasons, something like that. It just keeps going, you know? So there's like a lot of wonderful things in there, but this is like condensed. In 1973, very fitting, The Vault of Horror premiered, the follow-up to the very successful, I think it's Amicus, am I wrong? I think it's Amicus film, did that. Very successful Tales from the Crypt, continuing the you know, anthology film winning success formula. We did a Tales from the Crypt Phantom Creep Theater in Coney Island at the Coney Island Sideshow one year, a bunch of years ago, where we did a live recreation of the Senate subcommittee hearing where William Gaines had to like go on trial to like fight for his right to be able to party with EC Comics horror and science fiction comic books, and the American government felt that he was a ploy by the USSR to turn American children into juvenile delinquents, and we did like a whole live stage play adaptation of it as part of our like Phantom Creep Theater spook show, and it was supposed to be it was quite a good episode where he, like, as like, you know, special guest witnesses, we called in the actual vault keeper and the actual crypt keeper and the old witch, and had them disembowel Professor Wortham on stage and everything. And you know, as spook shows wind up, there's always a blackout session with like glow-in-the-dark ghosts over its heads, etc., etc. Did all that. All right, we did the live part. Now it's time to go watch the movie, because we were presenting Tales from the Crypt, and we had a double disc DVD that we were screening of it at the time, and nobody checked it properly, and perfect Phantom Creep Theater fashion, we presented Tales from the Crypt, but oh, look, nobody realized as we all ran down to the bar as the movie started, we actually put on Vault of Horror instead. So everybody watched that, and nobody faulted us for it, but I knew we were wrong. And yeah, there we go. What else? When you come to New York next time, don't forget to come to Greenwood Cemetery. You know, if you're from out of town, it's not a tourist trap. But what is a tourist trap is the movie Tourist Trap, which premiered in 1979. Whew, all right. You know, that's it, the whole day. Another Today's Decay was really a walk in the park, wasn't it? I think so. From us to you, till tomorrow. Bye.